Hey, what's up? It's Wanda Sykes. I'm here to remind you about something super important, getting your breast screened. Because trust me, your breast health should be a priority. Early detection for breast cancer can change the game, which is why you should visit yourattentionplease.com to learn more. And do me a favor, if you've already had a breast cancer screening, remind your friends and family to visit yourattentionplease.com too. We gotta look out for our girls.
¿Hablas español?
Sprichst du Deutsch?
If you've heard that sound from Babbel before, I bet you do. Babbel is the science-backed language learning app that actually works. With quick 10-minute lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts, Babbel gets you on your way to speaking a new language in just a few weeks. With over 16 million subscriptions sold and a 20-day money-back guarantee, just start speaking another language with Babbel. Right now, up to 55% off your Babbel subscription at babbel.com/Spotify podcast. Spelled BABBEL.com/Spotify podcast. Rules and restrictions may apply.
We just chillin' and vibing, good conversations with good people. Good conversations with good people. Yeah.
Yo, this your boy Larry, and I'm chilling and vibing with model, actress, rapper, entrepreneur, Miss Sylina Renae. How you doing?
Amen. Good. How you doing, Larry?
Hey, we just chilling and vibing. I see you got the
Chilling and
merch on.
vibing.
Got the
I
merch
gotta
on.
represent, chilling and vibing. Yeah,
Hey, I appreciate you for coming to chill and vibe, and I also appreciate you for rocking that chilling and vibing merch.
no doubt, of course.
So, Sylina, where you from?
So I'm originally from San Diego, but I currently live in Florida right now, Tampa, Florida.
How long have you been living in Florida?
I've been out here 4 years. Yeah.
So, moving from the West Coast to the East Coast, how was that transition?
Um, it was cool. I guess it's timing and everything in life. Uh I lived in San Diego. The cost of living was way, way, way more expensive out there. So as I was pursuing my career as a respiratory therapist, I ended up moving out to Arizona with my family, my kids, and all of that, just because the cost of living was a lot more cheaper. So I was in Arizona before I moved to Florida, and then so after my career got built up and all of that, it was time for a change. And I'm a beach girl, so I'm from Cali. I love the beach, so it was either San Diego or it was Florida. Did the research. Florida had tons of beautiful beaches. The scenery, I believe, is a lot more fresher out here than the beaches out there in San Diego. So and plus the cost of living was a lot more cheaper 4 years ago when I first moved here. So that's the reason why it was a smooth transition.
Selena, how did you get into music? How did your music journey start?
So my music journey started a long time ago when I was a teenager. I was actually raised a Jehovah's Witness. So the ones that go knocking on the door and stuff, preaching the good news of the kingdom. So they were really strict growing up. So I was always isolated, kind of, I would say, in my room. I mean, of course, we did our thing with the congregation and had fun with the kids and stuff like that. But I was always trapped in my room, and we used to have those like cassette tapes you used to buy to get 12 for like 99 cents. I don't know if you remember that, but I used to buy like a whole bunch of cassette tapes, play it in my room, sing, practice songs. My mom got me a karaoke and stuff. My music career, I've always wanted to do that since growing up. But I just recently started recording within this past last year. So that's when I started recording my album.
When you first started, at what age did you really start taking it serious?
So I was taking it seriously. I mean, as far as practicing all the time when I was little, but as far as recording and actually in the studio, this is just is all within this last year.
What made you want to this is what I want to do. I want to go ahead and take it serious.
It's something that I've always wanted to do. I was actually working on a previous album before this last one, but then I ended up moving in with the dude that did all that stuff to me. So he was a producer and a rapper and artist himself. So I transitioned just because of my situation with doing the album with him, just because he had all the studio and the equipment there, right there, for us to just knock it out whenever we wanted. So.
Growing up, like you said, you had a cassette tape. What artists did you listen to growing up?
So I was listening to Mariah Carey. I was listening to Whitney Houston. I was like, I had gotten Queen Latifah, but she had too many curse words. Bobby Brown, Alicia Keys. Who else? Tony. Genuine. Just a whole, whole bunch of people. Ooh, it's a whole list.
Since doing music and you done got your craft, who would you like to do a collab with in the future?
So I got asked this question actually on my last podcast I did, and I was so upset that I missed the one person. Like if out of all of the artists, I would love to do collab with Doja Cat. Like that's my girl. And I mean, I like Glorilla. I like Cardi B and all of them. Megan Stallion, but like Alicia Keys. But like as far as like rapping and singing and stuff like that, because Doja Cat does both. This is actually what I'm doing on my second album that I'm working on right now. Is putting a little bit more singing into it. So yeah, definitely Doja Cat. She's a
Your
bad.
song, your song Miami. What made you write that song? What inspired you?
Okay, so the story behind that song. MIA, I'm on the stage, work that strip, I'm getting paid. So, I'm like professional and stuff now. I got my bachelor's degree, but back in the day, I used to actually be a dancer. So, this is nobody knows this yet. I don't think I mentioned this in any kind of interviews yet or anything. But yeah, so definitely that type of lifestyle that I was living, it motivated me to kind of make that song. And the reason why I call it Miami is because when I was dancing, my stage name was Miami. So that's what inspired me to name that song that, even though I'm not doing that, like living that lifestyle. It was more of a like a hot hype upbeat Miami type vibe, where you can, vibe to it in the club and stuff like that. So that's what inspired me to make that song, was just, just bringing back my roots, I should say.
What made you get into modeling? Did you go from being a dancer to modeling?
So I actually got into modeling before all of this, so when I was a teenager. And then of course life happened, I had kids, got married, started my career. So it's something that I've always wanted to do. I used to go to a school called John Casablanca's modeling and acting career, or it was a school for modeling and acting and stuff. So I used to go there. But it didn't happen until last year. Everything is when, I'm settled in my life, my career, I'm good. Even though I'm still going to school right now for my master's degree, I have more time to focus on it. I mean, I have 6 kids, you know what I mean? So life has just happened. So I'm recently just now getting active into all of my modeling, acting, and singing, dancing, and all that stuff.
So how did it feel being in a magazine for the first time?
It felt good. I was ecstatic. I was super excited and dope and just really honored to be in the magazine.
Yeah, I had saw that. I said that's dope. Cause I remember
Yeah.
my first time being in a magazine. Matter of fact, I was
Yeah.
on the cover
Oh
of a
wow.
magazine.
That's
When I was,
awesome.
doing my music thing back in the day.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it was
Hey.
Level 21 magazine. It was pretty
Wow.
dope. They were just not starting up also back in the day, but it was an honor for me to be, on the cover of it.
Okay. What you to rap or
But yeah, I definitely did not sing.
and singing?
No, no, I just spit a
Oh,
few
you said you
bars.
definitely do not sing.
Nope, no.
Okay. Good,
I'm
good.
gonna leave that to y'all singers out there. The deep voice right here. Nah, I
Hey, I
spit a
got a
few
raspy
bars.
one. Yeah, yeah.
I
There
spit
you
a,
go. Cool.
so like being a model, and actress also, right?
Yes, sir.
Acting. How did that start?
So that started. I just met hit up a couple of producers via Instagram, and they had like casting calls. So I auditioned and I got the position.
Yeah, and that's a dope experience. I recently was in a movie also. I had a little cameo, and
Yeah,
me and my daughter they played at the movie theater and all. Me and my daughter
nice.
and my mom, we went to see the movie. And my mom
Oh,
she didn't know I was in the movie really. She thought I was playing. They was sitting there watching, and my daughter like, "Daddy, that's you." Like, yeah. Huh?
hey, yeah, that's an awesome experience. Yeah, for sure.
And my mama, she look at me like, "Oh, you think you slick? That's why you want me to come to the movie with you?" Huh? Like, yeah,
That's
man, your son
hilarious.
doing a little thing. Your son doing a little something, something.
Right, little something, something got we got going on. Little something, something.
And I'm supposed to be going on. Me and my daughter supposed to be going to Jersey to be in another movie together.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So, she saw me, now she gonna be able to see herself, you know,
Hey,
movie too. I just try to give her those experiences, of
yeah.
there's
Hmm.
more out there, It's not just
Amen.
little old South Carolina. The world is a big
Amen.
place, baby girl. The world is a big place.
For sure. I do the same thing with my kids. Yes, sir.
Being an entrepreneur is hard. A lot of people don't realize, like, being your own boss, it's good, but you got to put that groundwork in. You got to crawl before you walk. And a lot of people want to jump up there and start walking first.
Right.
So, like, what made you want to be an entrepreneur?
Being an entrepreneur is something I've always wanted to done. I mean, always wanted to do. I've always, just growing up was always the boss, the teacher, like playing school or something. Like I've always wanted to have my own business. I always wanted to just work for myself, and not work for other people. So it's something that I've always like when I was in seventh, eighth grade or seventh grade, I went to a middle school called La Presa in San Diego. And so I used to have like this little mini backpack, like those little mini backpacks back in the day. They have them now, but it's like a backpack. And then so what I used to do is go to this one place called GTE Discount Store, and they used to sell like large quantities of items like that. I don't even know if they have that store open anymore. But anyhow, I used to buy like Snickers bars, Airheads. Different kind of candy bars. I used to stuff them in my bag, and then I used to go to school and I used to slang candy. I've always had the entrepreneur spirit inside of me. So,
So, Heartbreak Boutique, what made you want to create that one?
so I wanted to create a website just because to assist with people who cannot afford, the high end clothing. I know they have other websites or websites similar to that, but I just wanted something for myself that I can cater to the more lower income, middle class people where they can, buy affordable things but still look, like real legit when they go somewhere. You know what I mean? Like they can pop their collar type of stuff. And yeah, so I just wanted to do that and, just have a website where I can just go buy my own clothes but that's currently under construction right now. So
Yeah, I was about to ask you, like, how could people, go to that website, but
yeah.
we'll get there. Selena, do you got any music videos out to your songs yet?
So I do have music videos, but iPhone music videos on my page. So if you scroll down, nothing, like all fancy paid for through like a whole production team yet. But I have a couple of videos. If you scroll down, my timeline, you'll find a few there.
Selena, what advice would you give a young entrepreneur, artist, model, somebody, just trying to get out there? What would you tell them?
So, what I would tell people who are trying to get out into the industry, I would just have to say this, like, follow your dreams, keep going because, success, it does not, I mean, some people have it fortunate where success happens overnight, but in most cases, it's those little daily steps that you do every day, the consistency to you have to remain consistent. At first, it doesn't seem like you're getting anywhere, you're not accomplishing your goals, but if you keep going, eventually those little small steps that you're taking every day is going to eventually get to that goal that you're ultimately trying to get to. Another thing, I would just never give up. Just keep going, no matter what. You're gonna fall 100 times, get back up 100 times, and keep going. Follow your dreams. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what you look like. If you want to sing, if you want to go rap, if you want to go for it. You know what I mean? You're the creator of the creator of your own life, of who you are. So whatever you want to do, just go for it. That's what I say.
Selena, if somebody want to listen to your music, how could they do that?
So I'm on all platforms. The album is called Zombieland by Sylina Renae, YouTube, Spotify, all those platforms you can go find it on. And that's where I'm at. Sylina Renae, Zombieland, Zombieland.
Where did the title of that song come from?
Okay,
The
so
album.
the because that was the title of my life. I my life just went to so much stuff was happening in my life. That hence the reason why I was staying with somebody that did that stuff to me, and then not only the stuff that was going on in my life leading me there, I was living in a zombie land with him as well. So it was just a bunch of stuff in my life happening to where I'm just like I feel like I'm in a zombie land, So there's certain songs in there that talk about things that happened to me, recently, and stuff like that. So that's where that name came from, Zombieland. Like,
I know a lot of people been watching and listening, and they probably trying to put the puzzle pieces to the puzzle together because you keep saying that what he did to be. I'm sorry to hear about what happened, and I want to
yeah,
speak
thank
on
you.
it a little bit. Domestic violence, man, it's big. It's big, and I'm glad you spoke up because a lot of
Thank you.
females don't. They too afraid to. So, what
Right.
made you want to speak up and be a voice?
So believe it or not, this last time that this happened to me wasn't the first time. It happened several times. And the reason why I stayed was okay, he would apologize. He was nice afterwards. Um, so this isn't the first time that it's happened. So I think that even with this last time with it happening, just being a victim, you don't realize, I called outsiders, people from my job. I couldn't even go to work. I called, friends to reach out to them, sent people pictures, and everybody's just like, you need to turn him in. You need to call the cops. You need to call the cops. Cause even then I was like, no, it's okay. But then I started looking into the mirror. I mean, I went to the hospital. I had 3 broken ribs. I had a punctured lung. I had a huge scar on my face, a huge rug burn from him taking my hair, dragging me into the carpet. I mean, I have belt marks all over my body. So ultimately, what led me to finally calling the policeman is like I got pissed off looking at myself in the mirror, and then speaking to other people, and then I just finally came to my senses and called the police.
So, when the police came, was he there?
Oh no, no, he knew something was wrong. He knew something was wrong. Um and it's that energy, I guess. And so yeah, he didn't show up. I don't know where he went that night, but he didn't come home that night. The police literally stayed till like 2, 3 in the morning. Like I even went to bed at some point for like an hour, because I was just so exhausted. Like we had detectives there, people waiting for him. So anyhow, he ended up turning himself in the next day, because the detectives are like, we just need to talk to you. We need to talk to you. You need to come down to the station. And from there, that's when he turned himself. That's when he went to go speak to the detectives.
Yeah, I really appreciate you speaking up, man. No man should ever hit a woman,
Right.
and you
Facts.
shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't have went through that at all. Only thing I'm gonna say this, I say that to say this: stay strong, man, and keep pushing.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
What advice would you give to anyone going through domestic violence? What would you tell them?
So I would tell them, that you're worth it, to not put up with it, know your worth. And it's hard because like me even going through that, it's like, I thought I had my self-confidence, and I do. It's just unfortunate that um no matter how much self-confidence or no matter how much you think about yourself, people still will disrespect you no matter what. If so, whoever that person is that's disrespecting you, it's not worth it. And I would just, my advice is just to leave anybody doing any kind of verbal or mental abuse, because that's just as bad. And anybody putting their hands on you, I would just say end it right there as soon as you hit the red flag, because it's not going to end. It's not going to end. They do it once, they're going to do it again. And trust me, I know. Been there, done that.
Yeah, you got a lot of people there stay and, oh, but he's not gonna do it again. And
Right.
then, it's just a repeated cycle.
Mm-hmm. Definitely call the cycle of abuse for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
But
So,
Selena, I appreciate you for coming to Chill and Vibe. But before we go,
yay.
let everybody know what we doing.
We chilling and vibing.
Oh yeah, appreciate you.
You too. Thank you so much.